It's Christanne here from Supporting Balance. I hope that you are well. Now, I've come to you tonight because it's a change of the seasons. So, no matter whether you're in Australia, where I am, or another Southern Hemisphere country and are going into winter, or whether you're in the north and you're heading into spring and summer, there's times when we need a little extra support in our lives, or as the case may be, all year round. Now, most of us have been taught that vitamin C is really important for our health, but what we're also not told within that is that the bright orange tablets that we often have been given as kids and potentially continued into adulthood is ascorbic acid. Now, ascorbic acid is actually just the outer shell of a food-based vitamin C equivalent. So when someone says, oh, it's just the same to have the stuff from the chemist or the supermarket, whatever, the vitamin C on the shelf that you typically get versus getting it in food, because they're both ascorbic acid. It's not the same thing. And what we do need is the whole food vitamin C, which has the ascorbic acid shell naturally occurring from food. And then on the inside, there are bioflavonoids. And one of those that we really want to drive for when we're talking about minerals, something called tyrosinase. That contains copper at its core. Now you might say, why do I need this copper thing, especially if you're not familiar with what I normally talk about? We need the bioflavonoids and the copper in its active form in order to provide support for our immune system, in order to provide support for our histamines, or should I say making our own natural antihistamines, in order to make energy in our cells, in order to clear up metabolic components that we make, the exhaust or the byproducts of making energy in our body. We need this functioning copper or bioavailable copper. So next time you go to reach for vitamin C, maybe consider getting something that's going to support your immune system from a whole food version, and maybe that's eating some more things like citrus or brightly coloured fruit and veg. Great way to get it. But most of us benefit from getting extra beyond just diet because we've been deficient in it for so many years. Many people are sitting right on the cusp of scurvy, to be honest, often bleeding gums, they bruise easily, they don't heal well, all that sort of stuff. There's lots of almost subclinical scurvy. Now, if you have lots and lots of ascorbic acid based vitamin C, it's well known that it'll send you to the toilet, but you don't need heaps and heaps. So actually having a whole food based product, you don't need thousands and thousands of milligrams of it. You need a lot less. So I've been doing a series of these videos to talk about what I do in my family. So I thought I'd come today to share a little bit about vitamin C in general. Now this is the vitamin C, let's try and coordinate that. Oh, light's not great. So innate response whole food vitamin C, it's made from oranges, it's got brown rice of all things, it's got Saccharomyces cerevisiae, which is a culture often used to help improve cultures and that sort of thing when it comes to whole food products, broccoli, parsley leaf, carrot, beetroot, as well as cranberry and blueberry, and whole orange. So it's a food-based product. Now it does list ascorbic acid with organic orange on the label. From the research that we've done in the big picture via the RCP on that, it's a labeling requirement of the FDA. And the way that they make this product, from what I understand, is they put all the foods into big vats. They put the Saccharomyces cerevisiae in there with it and they culture it, and it brings all of the components together. What practical experience tells me is that people do really well on this product, and including families like ours where there's a lot of food sensitivities, they tend to actually do really, really well where they may not do as well on other products. So if you've got histamine intolerance, it might be a good product to begin with. And the thing is, there's 180 tablets. It's a big bottle, so it goes a long way, especially when you're starting. I'm pretty sure my first bottle lasted me about 6 months, and it was mainly for me and I think a little bit crushed for our youngest daughter. All of our family actually use this. I might keep holding it up so that people see as they pop into the video. Please feel free to say hello if you're here live, or pop in a little hashtag replay if you're watching a recording of it later. I'd love to answer any questions that you've got about vitamin C while I'm here, and help you as I can. So we now do one of these morning and night for the adults, and it becomes part of our adrenal cocktail as we happen to do it. And our youngest daughter, who's a bit smaller than everyone else, she's 8, she gets 1.5, so half in the morning and 1 at night. And our immune systems have been the strongest they've been ever for myself and my husband. And my husband's been prone to getting sick every winter for a long time. I generally have a pretty good immune system, but I don't get anywhere near the histamine responses. I don't get even sniffles like I used to. It's amazing to help reduce things like eczema and asthma and other things which interlink with histamine intolerances and allergies and that sort of thing as well. It's a great supporting option because it helps with the connective tissue in the body, it helps with the circulation and all that sort of stuff. So we go through a lot of it now, but it's one of these things which I will make sure that I never run out of, purely because it makes such a big difference to our health. And to begin with, I budgeted just to get by on the minimum that we could. And with time, we've switched our priorities. So even if we were really tight budget-wise, this would be in there without a fail because it makes such a big difference to our health. So anyway, for Aussies, I do have this available in my online shop if you want to order it. Otherwise, those in the US, you can get it locally. UK and Europe can be a little bit harder to find from what I understand, but it is available. And let me know if you need a link to another country. If I know it, I'll share it or give you some suggestions on where you may be able to find it. Yeah, if you've got any other questions relating to whole food vitamin C or what my family does as a routine with this or anything else, please feel free to ask away. Love to help you out and help you understand bits and pieces of what I do for our optimum health, and also just in general about the root cause protocol, the work that I do, and so on. On that note, it's coming into dinner time and I need to go and see said family, so I'm going to head off now. So please, like I said, comment, let me know if you've got any questions, and I look forward to helping you in the future. Thanks everyone. Bye.